is basically the wishes. What are these people wishing for right now? Number one, we have the example. We see a man with having car problems, and he's thinking, I need a new car. So the sentence says, James wishes he had a new car. What about number two? Emmy and Sue
Wish
wish
they had a bigger apartment.
they had a bigger apartment. Yes. What about number three?
Joy
wishes
wishes he were taller.
color.
Very good. He wishes he were. Hi, Ari.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, what do you guys have? Or actually, please compare your answers for the rest of these three images. Yeah, between Diana, Adriana, and Ari. Can you compare your answers?
Yes. Teacher, I have a doubt.
Yes, go ahead.
Is more appropriate to use were than was
Actually,
in the third person?
in the number three,
Yes.
Joy wishes he were is the correct form. Was is incorrect.
Okay.
Why? Because we're talking about a wish. We are not talking about the simple past or the simple present. Yes.
Oh, okay.
A wish is an imaginary situation. It's hypothetical. It's not a simple present. It's not a simple past. It's hypothetical. Because it's hypothetical, I talk in the present with the past tense.
Okay.
Yeah. Please continue
Yeah.
with the other 4, 5, and 6, please.
Cierra la puerta.
Okay, Esteban and Pilar wish they have 2 TVs. Number 4. Yes. In number 5, all wishes he were a better cook. A better cook or a better cooker?
Okay, let's go a little quicker. So number 4, Esteban and Pilar.
Wish
They
they had
had
2 TVs.
They wish about 2 TVs. Oh,
They bought.
they wish,
They wish have own TV.
or sorry,
They
they
have a TV. This is a TV. This is one TV. But he's thinking, she's
they
for
wish
2.
2 TVs or another one.
Ah. So they wish they
have 2 TVs.
they wish. Or actually,
They wish
Esteban
have.
and Pilar wish they had 2 TVs. There, okay. Number 5. Al,
Wishes she were a better cook.
she or he
Or he
were a better.
cook.
Perfect. Notice how in this occasion, cook is
She
not a
wished.
verb. Cook is a noun,
Mhm.
position or
A better cooker.
a better cook. Okay. And number 6, living
Wishes
Wishes
In the city.
she lived in the countryside. She lived in the countryside or in the country.
Country, yes. It would be more complete. She would live out in the country.
Okay.
But although it's a good story, it's not what we have here. So it's not incorrect, but it's not what we have here in this little thought. So what she's
She-
thinking is
Liming wishes
Yes.
she wouldn't live in the city.
she wouldn't.
Wouldn't live in the city.
We would because we're not talking about a result. We're talking about a wish, and we have a wish.
Yes.
We use the simple past
She didn't live.
Didn't.
and live in the city. Living wishes she didn't live in the city. Like just like that, okay? Okay. Does anybody have any questions? No? We're doing good so far?
So far, so good.
Great. The next part is complete the sentences about the people in part A. If James had more money, he would buy a new car. Yeah, this is number one, James. What about number two? If Amy and Sue
Lived.
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 lived in a bigger
They-
apartment,
They
they
would have.
They would
They would have.
would have. Very good. More space. Number three. If Joey
Where
were taller, he
would score.
would score 4 points. Number four.
have
Had.
to do this.
They
wouldn't
wouldn't
have.
have.
Don't have.
Have watch the same TV shows. Number five. If Al
Weren't.
Weren't.
a bad cook.
He would eat better.
Not it.
you read better. And number six.
Lived.
If
Lived.
Liming lived,
In a country, she
she would be.
would be much happier. Okay, perfect. That was really good. Do you have any questions? No?
Now,
Now, this next activity is about your wishes, about your own personal information. And the number one is an example. I wish, and this is what you have to go by. The verbs in the brackets. So I wish I had more free time during the week is an example. If I had more free time during the week, I'd exercise more. Yes, that's the example, but let's go for number 2 and through 8.
I
Let's see.
wish I were a rich person. If I were a rich person, I'd buy many things.
Good. Only the pronunciation, Mister. I
Sorry,
buy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I buy many things.
I'd buy many things.
Very good. Monica, number 3.
I wish I could play soccer. If I played soccer, I would be in a sport team.
Was that number 3?
It can,
Can you, did you say could play?
I wish I could.
I
Yes.
wish I,
Could play.
yeah. I
And the
think
next one, if I could play.
if I could play,
Yeah. Okay.
I would be in a soccer team.
Yeah, there you go. Adi, number 4, please.
I wish I weren't uh, worried people. Is it correct?
A worrying person.
Okay, yes, a worrying person. If I weren't a worrying person, I would be more relaxed.
Very good. Now what we're going to do is go in teams so you guys can share your answers with all of your classmates. Once again, we don't have a lot of time, so let's just spend 2 minutes so you guys can go one and one. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Did you finish the whole activity?
Yeah.
Almost all.
Missing one.
Yeah,
Only
we
one.
just
That's
missed
good.
one.
That's good. That's good. We're getting there. Okay, let's continue. That's the end of that section. Let's begin with the next part, which is questions. Let's begin with the questions. There. What do you guys see in the screen?
A wallet,
A wallet.
Wow, there you go.
Dollars.
cards,
Money.
What would you do if you lost your wallet?
I will go crazy.
I will be very sad.
How much money? How much money is
Okay.
there?
I
Now,
would be stressed.
I would write in Facebook.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
That's a good idea.
What would you do if you found a wallet?
I would spend money.
Okay.
I
would
would check the ID card.
Yeah. I will find a way to return it.
Now, don't write nothing, only tell me or share with everybody 3 dilemmas you've had. For example, this. What would you do if you found a wallet? Would you return it? Would you find the person, take a bus, take a taxi, and find the person and say, hey, here's your wallet? Or just keep it? What is the right thing to do? What is the easy thing to do?
Find the person. If it's easy.
If it's easy, and if it's not easy,
If the person is living in another place, another city, I would send it by
nice,
delivery.
very good, very good, very good. So, what about any other dilemma you've had? Where you don't know what's right and what's wrong.
Search the name in Facebook and try
share
to
it.
find the person. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go with this. We have a cell phone, camera, laptop. What is this?
A present.
A gift
A
present.
gift.
A girl. A person.
A bad situation for her. Maybe.
Nothing. All right.
Uh,
Now, what would you do? Guys, what would you do if a friend accidentally spilled coffee all over your phone and it stopped working? What would you do?
I would get mad. For sure.
All right, now we have 2 options. A, would you let a friend buy a new one? Or B, would you tell your friend not to worry about it and buy a new phone for yourself?
Mm.
The letter B.
You're a nice person.
Yeah.
I would like to, I would like to say him or say her number 8, but it's impossible.
I mean, I will be mad. I will be mad, but yeah, I wouldn't let him buy or her buy me a new cell phone.
I would tell, not say, tell. I would tell him.
Tell him, okay.
Tell him. All right. The screen, the picture is in the WhatsApp group. And here's a little thing. You can share your screen the same way I do. You can share your screen with your classmates. So let's go in sessions. So you guys can ask and answer the questions in the picture, okay?
Okay.
And once again, you only have 2 minutes, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Only 2 left.
We
Yeah,
missed one too.
It's yeah, all right, good, good. So you did most of them. Very good. So let's do the last 5. I'm sorry, the last 2. Number 5.
Okay. Number
What would
5.
you
Yes.
say if a friend asked you for a loan to buy a new laptop?
I would do letter A. I would say, sorry, I never lend money to anyone. It's good to lend money.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, it's better.
I agree with them, with you. Letter A.
Okay.
Yeah,
what
letter
lost the
A.
money. You lost the money and the friend.
Yes, for sure.
What about number 6? What would you do if a friend borrowed 100 pesos from you and forgot to pay you back?
It doesn't matter. That's okay.
Carmen, can I borrow 100 pesos?
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Everybody
n-
wants 100 pesos.
I mean,
100 pesos.
nowadays,
From Carmen.
nowadays we all need 100 pesos.
Yeah.
100 pesos is okay, but like
That's a lot
buy
of money
a-
today.
So what would you do then?
I will
laptop,
remind my
letter
friend.
Yeah, I will
Letter A.
remind him.
Yes, letter
Very
A.
good. Very nice, guys. Good. Now, what we're going to do is tell me, for example, Monica.
Mhm. Number 1,
No, wait. Monica. Who you work with? You work with David. What would David do if a friend accidentally spilled coffee all over his phone?
He would, oh,
It's okay. Don't worry. Let's go for the next one. David,
Yeah.
what would Monica do if she borrowed a camera from a friend and broke it? Not you,
I don't know.
Carmen. What would Carmen do if
Monica.
she broke? I'm sorry, Monica. What would Monica do if she borrowed a camera from a friend and broke it?
oh, was letter. She told us she would pay for repairing it.
But Mari Carmen, hold on. I made a mistake. I said Mari Carmen, but it's Monica and David. David, do you have the answer or you don't remember?
Yours about the number 2?
Yes, but it's about Monica's answer.
what I
Yeah.
said.
What is her answer? Do you remember?
Mm,
No, it's okay. Hold on a second, okay?
I
Wait,
remember his answer.
you do? All right.
Yes,
What would David do if he borrowed a camera from a friend and broke it?
he would take it to a store and pay for the repairs.
Very
We both
nice.
would do the same.
You would do the same. Okay,
Yes.
yes, perfect. Thank you, guys. Now let's go with Alicia and Diana. Okay,
Okay.
Alicia,
Yes.
how would Diana react if a friend started dating someone she used to go out with?
She would talk to her friend about her feelings.
Yes, Diana?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
that's
Very
correct.
good. Now, Diana, what would Alicia do if a friend came for dinner and brought an expensive box of chocolates?
she would share the chocolates with her friend after dinner.
Yes, Alicia?
Yes, of course.
Very nice. Thank you. And let's go for the last group. Adriana, Ari, and Mari Carmen. So let's begin with Adriana. Adriana, what would Ari and Mari Carmen do if a friend asked them for a loan to buy a new laptop? Adriana, can you hear me? Oh, I can't. That's all right.
Sorry, my mic was turned off.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It's the number 5, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to
guess?
because we didn't finish that.
Oh, that's right. Then let me ask an earlier question. Let's go for number 1. What would they do if a friend accidentally spilled coffee all over their phone and it stopped working?
For both or only?
Yeah, for both of them.
Both.
You can
Okay.
answer for only one, either Ari or Mari Carmen.
Okay. They got lend their friend buy a new one.
Okay, good, Ari and Mari Carmen. Ari, what would Adriana and Mari Carmen do if they borrowed a camera from a friend and broke it?
Maybe they pay for the repair.
They would pay for the repairs. Very nice. Is that correct, Adriana and Mari Carmen? Yeah, very good.
Yes.
And the last one, Mari Carmen. What would Adriana and Ari do if a friend started dating someone they used to go out with?
Okay. Ari told us she talked to her friend about her feelings, and Ari told us she felt hurt but said nothing to either of them.
She wouldn't say anything. Yes, Ari?
Yes.
Yes, Adriana, you too? Very good. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Do you have a question? Any question?
No.
No? Very good work. Now, what we're going to do is write the prepositions that are used in this quiz. The prepositions. Number 1, what do you worry about? The preposition is about. What about preposition for number 2? Who do you talk to?
What do you
About
talk
problems?
About. Number 3.
Do you ever
to?
think?
Do you ever think?
Do you ever think about your
Think
diet?
about your diet.
About your diet?
Good. Number 4.
It's also
Remind
Do you
yourself
remind
How do you
about
remind
things.
yourself
About again.
about things?
Number 5.
Can't you forget?
Can you forget
forget
Forget about.
about your problems? Do you buy gifts for your friends?
About your friends.
7.
For your friends.
For your friends, yes. Do you
Number 7.
Do you use cash to pay
pay
for things?
For
For
things.
things.
for things?
4 is good. Number 8.
Do you
Apologize.
apologize?
For.
For being late. For
4. That's right. Number 9.
how do you
Do you
friends
think
prefer?
people
For.
forgives?
4 is correct. And number 10.
Did you
Did you
ask
ask
a
a friend
friend
about
about a favorite
favorite
day?
today? For a
No, ask.
for a-
Ask for.
For
Ask
ask for
And number 11.
do you borrow clothes to
From?
friends? To
Borrow.
From?
do you borrow
Oh.
clothes
From.
from friends? Okay. Do you
Number
borrow?
12.
Do you lend
and
books
books
to
Ooh,
Do you
Two.
lend books
Two.
to friends?
Friends.
friends. And 13.
What can you
Can you
say?
say no?
What can you say
No.
no
No, two.
to?
Boo. And 14.
Do you ever share
Very
secrets
share
with?
secrets
With.
With. Perfect.
With
So we
is
have the
easy.
correct prepositions. Are there any questions?
No.
No.
Ah, very good. Let's go for the next one. Once again, worry,
About.
think, or talk,
Talk to.
About
Talk
or to.
talk about, or talk
About
to. Yeah.
to.
Think,
About.
about
mind,
Remind
Of.
to.
to
Remind
Oh,
of.
no.
out, about.
Hmm.
Forget.
Remind.
forget
Forget about.
By,
by for
By
By for.
to.
For.
Or for.
For.
by for, pay,
Pay
Pay
for.
for.
apologize,
Apologize
by
about.
Two.
to,
Or
and
with.
Or
for.
about. Okay.
It could be with too. Or not.
It depends. I mean, apologize with, you mean the two friends are apologizing for the same mistake.
Uh-huh.
Next, thank,
Thank for.
Thank for.
Ask for.
Ask for.
borrow,
borrow
Borrow from.
lend,
From.
Lend
Lend
from.
to.
say,
Say.
Say for.
Say.
zero
Say to.
to.
say to, and share,
Share with.
Share with.
Share
share
with.
with. Now, complete these questions about imaginary situations.
What would you
What would
do
you do
What
if
would
your
you do
friend?
if your
his
friend
friend
forgot your birthday?
Mhm.
What would you do
What would
Friend?
you
if
do?
your friend forgot
How would you react
your
God,
birthday?
if a friend
Or.
for God. That's good. Number 2.
How would you
How
How
do
would
you
you
react
react if a friend
if a
told
friend
everyone a secret about you?
If a friend
Told.
Told.
Perfect. So let's begin, guys. How would you, I'm sorry, what would you do if a friend forgot your birthday?
If what?
I'm sorry.
Number 1,
Number 1.
what would you do if a friend forgot your birthday?
If my
Okay.
friend forgot my birthday, I would
I will be
be
very
so sad.
mad with her.
All right, next. How would you react if a friend told everyone a secret about you?
I kill her.
I would be mad.
Yes, obviously.
Okay,
Like
don't forget to
accuracy.
say I would. Or
I would kill her.
Or I. Oh
I
my
would.
gosh,
I
Mari
would.
Carmen.
Yes, it's a bad.
How do you say, I forgot, how do you say decepcionar?
Disappointed.
Disappointed. I will be very disappointed.
Yeah, there you go.
It
What
is
are we working
institution.
with? What are we working with?
Prepositions? No,
Second
Small
condition.
with the
verbs.
second
conditional English?
conditional.
Second
Yes.
conditional.
Second conditional.
Second conditional. In the
Yes.
form of a question, okay?
Okay.
There. So we have the
Would.
expression if, simple past,
As
plus
would.
would, plus verb in simple form.
Okay.
If I won the lottery, I would travel a lot. Or what is the other form, guys?
I would travel a lot if I won the lottery
Would plus verb plus if plus simple past. I would travel a lot if I won the lottery.
without the comma.
Without the comma, that's right.
Mhm.
And in questions, how do you do the questions?
We start with would.
So would you travel a lot
If
you won the lottery? Or
What would you do if you win the lottery?
that would be a information
Or
question. Yeah,
we
it's
can-
good.
Uh,
But what
we
about
can-
this question?
We can start with a WH question.
Yeah, we
Well,
can, but
so if you won the lottery, would you travel a lot?
there you go. If you won the lottery,
Will
comma,
you travel?
would you travel a lot? Yeah.
Mm.
And the other example, if they sell their house, would they be rich if they sell their house? Or
If they
if
sell
they
their
sell their
house.
house, would they be rich?
Stage.
Now, naturally speaking, intonation in long questions. Here we have a little example of how the intonation, the sound of our voice, how it goes up and down and up again. So only listen. I don't have the audio. This is not the correct audio. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So let's go for the next one.
Okay.
This is the information question.
What?
What would you do
What would you do?
if you broke a
If
friend's
it's
camera?
camera.
And the
Oh,
answer,
I would.
I'd apologize.
Apologize for
I
breaking
pay
it.
for
I pay for the
I pay for
repairs. I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
say
say
anything about it.
Would you
And
pay
just
for
no
a new
question.
one?
Would you pay for a
Would
new
you
one?
pay for a new one?
You pay for
Yes,
a
I
new
would,
Yes,
or
I
no,
would.
I
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
Very simple. Now we don't have, I will send you this little slide so you can play a game. If we have time later today, we'll play it for a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Right now, I'm gonna send you this slide so you guys can answer it in Teams, and I'll send it on the WhatsApp group. Go in Teams so you guys can solve it. There, go ahead, guys. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Was it easy?
Yeah.
Yes, we finished.
Very nice. What do you have for number one? Well, I'm gonna show you number one.
Okay.
And I forgot to show you this before you left on session. The instructions say make questions
Questions.
with what? And
Mhm.
here you have two different
Process.
clauses. So you have to make two different questions.
Yes.
Yes. So the first question is a
If
friend.
a friend,
Nope, no if. We're making
Oh.
questions.
We use if.
What would you
what
do
would you do? Okay.
if a friend was
Mhm.
15 minutes late? And the
Okay.
second
Mm.
question,
What would you do
What would you
if
do?
No, would you call and
exactly.
remind him about it?
yes, would you call and
Yes.
remind him about it? So just like that. What is the
Okay.
question number two?
What would you do
you
if you heard a strange noise in the
It's
middle of the night?
Uh-huh.
If you hear, right?
What would you do
It's a direct question.
if you hear
Like that?
with T?
Heard.
Yeah, here. Here.
Okay.
Heard.
Heard. What would you do if you heard
Nose.
Heard
a strange?
a strange
strange
noise in the
noise.
middle of the night.
Would you go and
Would
see
you go
what
and see what it was?
Very good. That was perfect. Now let's
What would you do
hold on,
if
wait
a
a
cell?
second.
Okay.
A salesperson.
Let's see. Monica, number 3, please.
Yes. One.
No, write it, please. Write it on the
Oh, okay.
Diana, number 4. Alicia,
Okay.
number 5. Adriana, number 6, please. David, number 7, please.
Okay.
Ari, number 8, please.
Yes.
Which you sign?
And Carmen, yeah.
Okay.
And Ari, number 9, please.
Okay.
do if you found a nice.
I'm sorry, teacher, I have a question in the number one. So if a friend was or if a friend were.
Actually, yeah, that's right. If a friend were,
Where?
but where is commonly with the third person pronouns. He, she, it. And those are the pronouns. So when you have the pronoun is when you use where.
How did you make the letters small?
Smaller. Yeah, that's.
On the color, go to the color button.
Okay. Yes.
And on the bottom, on the lower
Yeah. Okay.
section,
Oh,
it
yeah,
will tell you
okay.
the sizes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana.
Yeah. Sorry with the P's, but in my computer, the P's not working in my laptop. Thank you.
Don't worry.
Very good.
It's okay.
Very good.
What do you think?
How are you doing, guys? Everybody doing okay?
Yes.
You can't type it on the screen, mister?
I can write, teacher.
Computer, you can't?
No,
Go ahead and do it on the chat and I'll transfer it.
okay.
Number 7, mister? Very good.
What would you do with the person church?
Kevin. Kevin,
Thank you, David.
no veo.
You're welcome, teacher.
Is anybody else having trouble?
No.
Because if you have a problem, you can type it on the chat and I'll transfer it. Anybody else having issues or is everybody working? Good, Monica? Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Monica,
Mhm.
this one is a different type of pronoun.
Oh, okay.
His and her, his is a possessive adjective.
To him. Yes.
Yes, it's him.
Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you.
There.
I was doubting. And that is what happened to me in the exams. I
You mixed
normally
them.
get confused and
Yes.
also with some little details that I know what is the right answer, but at the time I'm reading, I choose a wrong one. That happened to me in the diagnostic test.
Yes, it happens sometimes. All right, anybody else? Adi, I got yours.
Sorry again because I didn't get the idea. So in this case, in the specific in the question or in the sentence, so I need to have a specific, in this case a specific he, she, it to write where.
Yes.
Okay, so in this case, if I have a friend, a city, or something
Teacher.
like that, I have a teacher, I have to use was.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. What would you do if your friend asked you for help moving to the apartment? Found and it's your there you go. Thank you guys. Everything is finished.
Yes.
So what would you do if you found a nice pair of gloves on the sidewalk? What do you think about taking them? Very good. Number 8. What would you do if your friend asks you for help moving into an apartment? This is a dash or a slash. We don't use a slash. We use a question mark. Would you found
Thank you.
after would? How does the verb go?
Fine.
In,
Fine.
You just have
in-
would. After
Fine.
it's a modal verb.
Fine. Oh,
Every time you have a modal verb,
oh,
is
excuse me.
it's in
fine.
present.
It's
Present.
present.
Present in baseball.
No, ya se puede corregir.
Fine. There you go. Are there any other things that we need to check? Let me check it out. What would you do? A person charged you the wrong price for something. Would you say something to him or her? What would you do if you scratched a car with a shopping cart in the parking lot? Would you leave a note with your name and number? What would you do if you found a nice pair of gloves in the sidewalk? Think about taking them. An extra ticket. You offer it to a friend. Got a gift. They. That. Okay, a friend. You thank her for it and then get rid of it. Or your friend asks you for help moving into an apartment. Find an excuse to get out of helping. Him or her, right? Helping, it's good. What would you do if your friends? One thing that we need to check is the use of capitals. Lowercase and capitals are important. They could make a mistake.
Oh, yes.
Very good, guys. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, everything's fine.
I'm gonna send this to the WhatsApp group,
Mhm.
but
Okay.
I don't have time to practice right now. So this might be one of the activities you can do. Oh, wow. Let's go for the next one. All right. Tech support. Do you guys know what tech support is?
Yes, when you have a device or when you buy something, or when you have like, for example, TV cable, and you call or ask for support.
Very nice.
Yes,
Technological
right.
gadgets. What technological gadgets do you recognize?
Headphones, use SD sticks.
I think all of them.
All
Wow.
of them. All of
What are
them.
the most typical problems with technology?
And slow computer.
Bad signal.
That signal, yes.
The signal,
A bad internet signal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Another problem?
When you have problems with the battery and it doesn't work anymore.
Yes, the battery. Yeah. Another problem?
When it starts to get slow.
Yes. Now, which
the lights
gadget
out.
do you usually use?
Which device? Or
Yes.
Laptop,
headphones, laptop, printer.
webcam,
Router.
Microphone,
USB.
mouse, all, no? Webcam, hard drive.
Do you ever have problems with them?
Yeah.
No, no, with bookets.
Not always, but yes. What type of problems do you usually have?
So maybe in this moment we don't
Yeah.
use the floppy disk, but in the past it doesn't have enough space to save your information.
It's actually the floppy disk is in the past completely, so
Yes.
it didn't have. Do you know how to solve the problems?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes. What do you do?
When I don't know how to solve it, I usually call a technical support, maybe someone who is related to those topics.
All right, look at the picture. Do you know what's happening? What's happening in the picture?
Oh,
He's a technical support man.
He is a tech support man. Okay. What you're going to do is
And-
listen to the audio and check
Okay.
for the problems and the solutions they mention. Okay.
okay.
There's something wrong with my computer. It keeps freezing up. Does anyone know what the problem is?
Anita.
You know what you should do? You should delete all your temporary internet files. I forget how you do that, though.
Jennifer.
I wonder if you have that awful virus that's going around. Run your antivirus software.
Stephen.
Have you checked the battery? Do you know if it's charged?
Nella.
I have no idea why it's doing that.
Hector.
It's probably a software problem. We should call Yaman. Can anyone remember what Yaman's number is?
Tracy.
The last time I had a computer problem, I went online for tech support. But I can't remember which website I used.
Omar.
I know what we should do. We should all have another cup of coffee.
Okay, guys. So what are the problems and what are the solutions you heard?
The Kenji computer doesn't work.
Yeah.
So the computer doesn't work. That's the problem.
That's
Yes.
the problem. Yes.
What are the solutions?
Well, Jennifer says run your antivirus software.
Run your
Yeah.
antivirus.
I listen like
Es-
Tracy. It's a call to a tech support. I didn't listen very well if she told that using an online tech support.
Very good, Adriana. Can you please write your answer on the chat? Not
Yes.
on the screen, on the chat. You too, Diana, please write your answer on the chat.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Monica,
Stephen-
Alice. Yes, go ahead, Alicia. Yes.
Stephen think that the problem is the battery.
Can you,
Yes.
perfect. Write that down in the chat, please.
Okay.
Monica, Ari,
The,
David.
the internet wireless
Stephen?
is another
The
problem.
The internet files, please write that down on the chat, please.
Okay, the Nela or Steffi say he have to leave for us turn off the computer for a short time and like how do you say resetear?
Oh, the,
Reset this kind
reset.
of yes computer,
Okay, go
something like
ahead
this.
and go ahead and write what you can on the chat, please. Any other answers, Monica, David?
Omar thinks that they should drink a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, I like that opinion.
Oh man.
Yeah, I vote for that one.
Yes.
I'm up for a cup of coffee. Would you like to listen again?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, listen again.
There's something wrong with my computer. It keeps freezing up. Does anyone know what the problem is?
Anita.
You know what you should do? You should delete all your temporary internet files. I forget how you do that, though.
Jennifer.
I wonder if you have that awful virus that's going around. Run your antivirus software.
Stephen. Have you checked the battery? Do you know if it's charged?
Nella. I have no idea why it's doing that.
Hector.
It's probably a software problem. We should call Yaman. Can anyone remember what Yaman's number is?
Tracy.
The last time I had a computer problem, I went online for tech support. But I can't remember which website I used.
Omar.
I know what we should do. We should all have another cup of coffee.
All right, check your answers on the chat and you can write another answer if you have to, if you want to. Yes, we have. Diana says that Jennifer said, run your antivirus software. Adi thinks the internet files wireless. Alicia
Anita,
thinks, yeah?
I'm sorry. Anita says that he should delete all his internet files.
Okay, very good. Did you write that down on the chat?
No.
Oh, but Monica wrote that down. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, Monica. Perfect. Would you like to see the dialogue? I'll show you the dialogue, but please read and listen at the same time, okay?
Nella doesn't have an idea. What was
There's
the
something
problem?
wrong with my computer. It keeps freezing up. Does anyone know what the problem is?
Anita.
You know what you should do? You should delete all your temporary internet files. I forget how you do that, though.
Jennifer.
I wonder if you have that awful virus that's going around. Run your antivirus software.
Stephen. Have you checked the battery? Do you know if it's charged?
Nella.
I have no idea why it's doing that.
Hector.
It's probably a software problem. We should call Yaman. Can anyone remember what Yaman's number is?
Tracy.
The last time I had a computer problem, I went online for tech support. But I can't remember which website I used.
Omar.
I know what we should do. We should all have another cup of coffee.
There. So how are your answers? We have the internet file. It's the internet files.
Yeah.
Yes. Run the antivirus software. Yes. The battery. Yeah, the battery. Calls. Look for an online tech support. Okay. Leave it tempered like that. I don't know what that means. The software. Software. Yeah. Is soft, S-O-F-T, software. The computer keeps, yeah, third person singular. The computer keeps freezing up to delete all the temporary internet files. Suggested. Very good. Thank you, guys. That was good. That's really good. Okay, now what I have to ask you, how do Kenji and his friends say the things below? Okay, very quickly. I have here, number one, what's the problem? Does anyone know? Who asks these questions? These two questions. Who is that?
Kenji.
That would be Kenji, right? Does he ask two questions?
Only one.
Only one. How is that question?
Does
It
anyone
starts with
know
does.
what the problem is?
There you go. So I'm gonna write that down. Does anyone know what the problem
Is
Question mark. What about number two?
Tracy.
Tracy.
How does she ask the question? Or does she ask a question?
there isn't a question.
What does
No.
she say?
She said that she went online for tech support, but she can't remember which website she used.
So how would the sentence go?
Like, I can't
I can't
remember
remember
which website
which website
I used.
I used.
What about number three?
Anita.
I forgot.
She forgot
I
how
forget
you-
how you do that though.
You have the awful virus. Jennifer,
How does she say that?
Yeah, Jennifer.
I wonder if you have a I wonder if you have the awful virus. Virus.
All right, perfect. That's correct. Do you have any questions about this activity?
No.
No? All right. What we are working with is this. What's the problem? Do you know? But in the article, in the story, is different. Here I have question 1 and question 2. But in the article, I have only one question. Only one. And how is that question? Do you know
what the problem
is? Now I have a question within a question. Or I have one question inside another question.
Two
Okay?
in one.
Two questions in one. And what's the difference?
That we start with the auxiliary do and then we follow with the WH word.
And then what happens? One little key thing we need to pay attention to.
in the verb to be
To the
is in the end.
At the end.
Yeah.
The verb changes position.
But
it
it's
changes
like we are
position.
writing like a sentence, right?
Yes, like if it was a sentence, that's when it's inside another question.
Yeah.
And this is an information question. What about when you have a just no question? Is the battery charged? Can you remember? Again, I have two questions. How can I have this question 1 and question 2 into one question? Now it's not a question word. Now is a yes, no question.
Can you remember?
Can
you
we going to use
remember?
If, can you remember?
If the battery
If
is
the battery
is charged.
Now I have two different things. I have the expression if And the verb is change
in-
position too.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
Good?
Yes.
All right. Is it difficult or is it easy?
It's easy.
It's
Now I have a yes, no question inside another question. Now I have another one. What's the problem? Now I don't have a question. I have a sentence. I don't know. How do I make this question inside the sentence?
I don't know
I
what
don't know
the
what the
problem.
problem
What the
is.
problem is.
Beautiful. A question within a sentence. Oh my gosh, you're writing things down. Awesome. And Diana is taking a picture of me.
Yeah. Say cheese.
Cheese. All right, the other one.
Whiskey.
Now I have a sentence. Is the battery charged? I can't remember. Question within sentence. How we do that? How would we do that?
I
can't
can't remember
remember
if
the battery
is
is charged.
charged.
Beautiful. I think we got it, right? We got it?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Very good. I have direct questions, information questions. What time is it? Where is she? How many cats? How old are you? How much does this cost? Which pencil is it? Etc.
Es como puro trámite, ¿no, profesora?
Oh my goodness. And we have the indirect questions. Indirect. Do you know? Do you have any idea? Can you remember? Can you tell me? All right.
Okay.
Now, how do I combine these two into one question? Questions. Do you know? These are the indirect questions. And the other questions? Do you know what time is it? Is that correct?
Yes.
Nope.
No?
We change the verb to the end.
Yes. Do you
Okay.
know
Do you know
What time
what
it
time
is?
What time it is.
what time it is? There you go.
Okay.
Yes? Good?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Number 2. Do you know where is she?
Do you know where she is?
You know where she is?
Do you
Next.
know?
Number 3.
Do you know?
Cats.
Do you have no?
Do you know how many cats you have?
Perfect. And that's it. Do you know how many cats
Cats
you
you
have?
have.
Now let's move this to the next one.
How old you are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how old you are?
You are.
Next.
Do you have
Do you
any
have any?
idea
Who him
who
is?
him
Who he is?
who is?
Who he is. Next.
Do you have any idea how much this costs?
That's it. Do you have any idea how much
This
this
cost.
costs?
Okay.
Let's use the next one. Only for examples, okay? You can use either question.
Okay.
Can you remember
Whose pencil
whose pencil this is?
It is, right? No?
Can you remember whose pencil?
This is.
Whose pencil this is?
Okay.
This is. Next.
Can
Can you remember which
Remember which
train
train
you
you want?
Do you want?
Only you
You
want,
want.
and that's it. And it stays with you want. And the last 2.
Can you tell me
tell
when the
me
party
when
is?
the party
Where the
is?
party is.
And the last one.
Can you tell
tell
me
me
why
you
You
said
are sad.
Why
you are sad?
You
You
are
are
you
sad.
are sad. There. That's it, guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What about with the sentences? Sentences. What's the difference with the sentences? I don't know. I have no idea. I can't remember, or I wonder. And no question mark.
No question mark.
no
Only
question.
period. I don't know what time it is.
I don't know what time.
I have
it
no
is.
idea where she is.
She is.
I can't remember how many cats you have. I wonder how old you are, etc. Okay?
Okay.
Beautiful. We have the questions within questions, direct questions, questions within questions, and questions within statements. And we use if for yes, no questions. And the word order. Notice the word order. The verb changes position.
Do you know what the problem is? Do you know what is okay?
Beautiful. Now, I will send this to the WhatsApp group so you guys can complete it with the classmate. And let's go in teams. All right, go ahead. I'll send it to the WhatsApp group. All right, guys, did you finish?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome, very good. Was that easy?
Finally, we
Yeah.
finished.
All right, please help me complete the answers. Let's see. Let's go by groups. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. So team number 1 would be Ari, Diana, and Mari Carmen. Can you do number 3, please? Number 3.
Okay.
I wonder.
Adriana and Alicia, number 4. David and Monica, number 5, please.
Do we have to write it down on the screen
On
or
the screen,
on the
please.
chat?
The
On
screen.
the screen.
On the screen, please, Diana.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna write it down.
Please, thank you. Number 5. Okay. Right. Oh.
How are you doing, guys? Are you getting there?
Yes, I finished, but can you please help me, teacher, with the piece on the sentence, on the on the question? Thank you.
Number 3.
Yeah. Yeah, please, thank you. Thank you.
Sure, wow.
I think do you have any idea how? I think I'm missing a preposition or is not needed. Do you have any idea of how?
I can.
Do you have any idea
How I can.
if I
okay. Sorry.
can? Oh no.
Do you have an idea?
Do you
How
have
can
any
I?
idea? How can
Sorry.
How can I?
Sorry,
My vacation
oh.
Adriana and Alicia, you're supposed to do number 4. Are you working on it? Yeah, okay.
No, Alicia, do you want to complete it?
I don't know what I did.
That's good. That's complete.
I wrote it wrong because it's how I can put, and I wrote it wrong.
much. There. So let's change it, okay?
Yes, please, because I think I cannot do it, right?
How I put my vacation percentage.
Yes, how I can.
When you are making indirect question, do I have to use a capital letter in the question? Like in this case, how or small?
What do you mean?
In the number 4. In how, do I have to use capital letter in how?
I don't think so.
No.
If you use a capital letter, it would be incorrect.
Okay.
Because the capital letters are to start the sentence, and the only capital letter you use inside a sentence is with the
It's the
pronoun
I.
Yeah,
Okay.
only with the pronoun I.
Thank you.
That looks ugly. I'm gonna change it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And I did number 2 for you guys. Number 2, are there any internet cafes around here?
I wonder.
I wonder
Now,
if
this
there
I wonder
are.
is not a question.
I
So
wonder.
no question mark. And is I wonder if
If there
are any cafes around here. Period. It's a sentence.
Yes.
And number 6, how do we do number 6?
I wonder how many songs you can store on an MP3 player.
How many songs
you can store on an MP3 player.
Question mark?
No, because it's a sentence.
No question mark because it's a sentence. I'm gonna do that again. Question mark. I mean, period. Very good. And there you have it. Those are the correct answers. Do you know where I can buy? Can you remember how much your cell phone costs? Do you have any idea how I can put? And I wonder how many songs you can.
You can.
Okay.
There. Are there any other questions?
No.
All right. What time is it, guys?
It's
3 minutes to 9.
8:57.
All right. Let's take a picture of this. I'm gonna send it to the WhatsApp group. Again, it will be an activity you can do after class to ask and answer the questions. Okay. There. It's on the WhatsApp group. And for now, we're going to continue with the last activity, which is a listening activity. Speaking and listening, what do you know about the internet? You have to listen and write the answers. Do you have any idea what percent of emails is spam? Write the answer and a second piece of information because we have very little time. Can we finish the activity today or would you like to finish it tomorrow instead?
It's okay for me.
It's okay. It's
okay. We finish.
Who votes for finish today? Yeah?
Yeah.
David, how about you, mister? You can't? You don't have time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got? Okay. Once again, you have to answer the question and give a second piece of information on each question, okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Did you read this article about the internet? It has some interesting information.
No, I didn't.
Well, let's find out what you know. Do you have any idea what percent of email is spam?
I have no idea. Maybe 50%?
Oh, it's much more than that.
Okay, 75%.
Actually, it's about 85%.
That much?
Yeah. It says spam is one of the biggest problems on the internet.
Well, my email is usually full of spam. I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, here's an easy one. Do you know what the biggest search engine is? You use it all the time.
Google.
Yeah. Google can search over 8 billion web pages.
That's amazing. I wonder how it does that.
I have no idea. Here's another question. Do you know what the 3 most common languages on the internet are?
Oh, well, probably English and Chinese and maybe Spanish?
Almost. English, Chinese, and Japanese are most common, but Spanish is the 4th most common internet language.
I see.
All right, try this one. Can you guess which continent has the most internet users?
I wonder if it's North America. No. I think it's Asia.
Right. Asia has about 1/3 of the world's internet users. Okay, this is interesting. Can you guess how long the average internet user spends online each week?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I spend about 10 hours online each week.
Well, that's close. The average user spends about 13 hours per week online. The most popular online activities are email and instant messaging.
Really? Well, I definitely spend a lot of time answering email.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Very good, guys. Do you have any questions?
No.
Do you have some answers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What's number? Compare your answers. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Compare what
Que
you
son
have.
diferentes y ya, ahí se
The number one, it says that 85%,
5%.
and the spam is the biggest problem.
Sí, ese es el
En
lo
the
aparté el
internet.
Garcito desde, creo que el año pasado le dije de que, pues Garcito, hacer mi equipo.
And the number two
Is
is
Google.
Google.
Web page.
And it can search 8
8 billion
web
web page.
pages.
8 million or 8 billion?
8 billion
Billion.
web pages.
In English, that's 8 billion, okay? It's different than in Spanish. In Spanish, it would be 3 more zeros.
Okay.
Number 3.
English, Chinese, and Japanese.
And I think Spanish is the fourth most common.
Yes.
The most common.
Fourth.
That wrong. It's capital J, capital S. There you go. Number 4.
Asia.
Asia.
And it has one
1/3
third
of the internet users.
Okay. Number 5.
And
13 hours.
35
week.
hours per week.
35 hours per week.
And it says that email and instant messaging are the most popular activities.
Yes.
One more time.
Email and instant messaging are the most popular activities.
Activities on internet.
All right, now we have to decide 13 or 35.
I heard 35.
I hear 13.
Let's check it out. Only that piece, okay? Only the last piece.
Online each week.
Well, that's close. The average user spends about 13 hours per week online. The most
13.
popular online activities are email and instant messaging.
Really? Well, I definitely spend a lot of time answering email.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
All right, guys, we are finished. How was the class?
Excellent.
Fun. Very good.
Interesting.
Was a little fast, wasn't it?
Yes.
All right, I will send you the homework in a minute.
Yes.
Okay, will be more activities about this, and we'll continue on Monday. Tomorrow we don't have class.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you on Monday.
See you on
See you on
Monday,
Monday,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.